When you are in action, do not put your hand inside. Put it inside. Some shoe uppers are against it. For example, when it falls down, you can use pliers to hold it down. Do not put your hand inside. Just like this. Step on it. Do not release your foot. If you kick it, then release. When you release, the claw will clamp. You adjust the machine. Initially, you need to hit it here. When it comes over, it won't act. At this position. At this time, it will not act. See, when I press again, originally it should move completely. This way I can see the height and so on. These will not move. Here is the height. What is the purpose of the height? Look at this diagonal line and the plane of the claw. This rubber block's height almost parallels it. Same plane with this diagonal line. Basically, it's a bit higher. The rubber block is slightly higher. Consider the thickness of the slant and you see. Slightly higher than the side. Understood, then continue. If you are ready, you can directly switch it. Turn it to semi-automatic, fully automatic. Both are fine. It's semi-automatic now, right? I turn it over. This is semi-automatic. It moves here. When you turn it, it will move. What does the switch adjust? Adjust it inside. Look. It's quite long. When it leans here, this distance, the distance here, is to adjust this distance. See, I adjust a bit more this way. You can see. So you see a lot comes out this way. It has already reached the slant. The slant will go down. So adjust it to that position for accuracy. Usually, leaving about 2 centimeters is enough. That position, it's the distance from here to there. It's this distance here, the distance to tie and tighten, 2 centimeters apart. Okay. This is semi-automatic. This one is manual. The middle one is manual. This one is fully automatic. At this current stage, when newly unfamiliar, set it to semi-automatic. Yes. Look, this way we go in, it's basically at that position. Right here, that position, the 2 centimeter position. The gap between the shoe last and the heel is at a 2 centimeter position. Exactly. I can do it now. Here it can still be adjusted a bit higher. You just added this inclined surface. Compared to this, swiping to this edge is still a bit low. It can still be adjusted a bit higher. Look, it's much lower, right? Yes. Then it won't reach the plane at that time. Yes, at this point, adjustments are needed. Adjust here. Adjust this upwards. Move this place upwards. Lift the entire support up. Lift the support so that the slant line is set a bit higher. Adjust the height of the slant line up. See, now it comes up. Remember, it can still go a bit higher. Continue adjusting this. Now it's about right. See, now it's higher. It's adjusted a bit too much now. Adjust it back a little. Now see, both sides seem a bit low. If it's a bit low, you can adjust here. You can adjust it up here or directly adjust this. The rubber block also works. Adjust the rubber block beneath it directly up. Follow its amplitude to adjust both work. The rubber block here, each rubber block can be adjusted. Adjust this rubber block. The height of some inclined surfaces. Yes. I'm now at. Currently it's open to the wrist here. I have to press here with both hands to make it work. Yes, look, it's moving now. You see, it's all moving now. Okay. This process is completed. At this time, you still need to pay attention, aside from what was mentioned earlier. We also need to pay attention to the person and this thing. People are generally in this position, right at this push rod position. Okay. That is this push rod position. Okay. When you switch to automatic. Why switch to automatic? No matter which type of shoe. When you start making it, you then switch to automatic. You also have the claws clamped. How much it needs to pull. Look here at the claws. Generally, the shoe surface cannot exceed. The claw opening cannot be lower than the last head. If it's above, because it's inclined. Some inclined surfaces you add horizontally. The bottom cannot cover it. Some flat ones need to be higher than some amount. The claws need to be higher than the inclined surface plane. Generally just higher by 2 or 3 millimeters will do. Okay, you need to see. Specifically, you need to see if the inclined surface is too narrow. You can only do it if the inclined surface is wide. You can adjust a little more. The main thing is that if you lift it a bit higher, it can hold the upper. Just like this. Why do you need to move this block? Sometimes you don't yet know how much it can pull automatically. It can be manually pulled like this. Pull it, and it will move here. Look. Pull more here, you can adjust. After adjustment, you can pull it directly and clamp it again. Inside here, inside the claw, you can adjust it. Adjust how much to pull internally. Pull a little more, or pull a little more internally. The internal clamping time will be a bit longer if you pull earlier from outside. This just shortened the outer time a bit. Look, I can clamp internally. Where is it going and so on? Look at the current clamping position. Almost there. Generally, it can be a bit longer. Now, which adjustment is this position for? Adjust this adhesive. See, there's a red dot here. Red dot. It indicates where the 2 glues go. Glue. The red, that indicates the position of the glue. Yes. Adjust the top. Then, we don't need to pull anymore. It just starts the action. Look at this adhesive. The adhesive can act now. We need to see if it works. We can turn this switch. Turn it and it will work directly. Alright. If the temperature is not on, it won't. This is an adhesive gear opening action. So, where is the temperature set? Temperature switch is here. We haven't turned it on yet, because we're operating here and worried about burning hands. Okay, this is the temperature switch. Still haven't turned it on. Press it and the switch will be turned on. The temperature is set and 3 points are opened. Now let's turn it off. Now it's without glue. So we should turn it off. And here, the temperature is set here. It's not on. It doesn't operate above. Usually around 240. You need to see the specific glue, coming out with a small bubble. But as long as it's not a big bubble, it's fine. If they're big bubbles, it will come out in drops here and there. It won't connect. There's no continuity. Try to make it thinner with some bubbles. A slight bubble. Somewhat bubbly, but continuous. It can come out in a straight line. Compared to big bubbles, it would be intermittent. Drops here, drops there, drops here. The temperature should be adjusted according to the glue strip's condition. Also adjust to the appropriate temperature. Depending on the glue strip and weather changes, they vary by several minutes. A bit higher or lower is different. Okay, got it? Fast, slow. This is the heel, this section. Glue. This section at the back. This glue strip at the back. Isn't there a motor there? It's turning too slowly. that glue strip, speed, fast or slow. So you control the amount this way.